WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. Right, good day to you. This is the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy E. Jones, and I say to you, you're saying, Billy, you say, Billy, but where's the other person? Yes, my partner, Michelle, that's right, Michelle Broughton, she's not here today. Of course, she's on the staff of Councilwoman at Large Mary Waters, because the waters run deep. They're out there working for you, the citizens of Detroit, Michigan. And again, to my partner, we miss you. We always love you. And the family, of course, is waiting for you for your return. And she'll be back shortly, family, but she's out there taking care of business. Again, this is the Talk Beat Jones. And again, my partner, Miss Michelle Broughton, will be out today taking care of what? The business of the citizens of Detroit for Councilwoman Mary Waters. Well, family, around the world and everywhere, of course, we let you know that you can always watch the Talk Beat Jones on a Wednesday from 10 a.m. until 11 on a Wednesday. Just tell your friends to share it, to tune into it. You can also go to TV33 on demand and pick us up at any time, 24 hours a day. That's right, TV33 on demand. And again, if you feel that there was something that you missed in the program or something you want to share to your other friends around the world, let them know to go to TV33 on demand and pick up this date of this show. And of course, you're able to review the things that we talk about on the Talk Beat Jones. And we invite you anywhere in the world to make sure that you can take that time to express yourself. What's going on in your community? What are you thinking about what's happening across the world? Again, we want to hear your thoughts. And again, what's on your thoughts? What's on your mind? It is your time to talk on the Talk Beat Jones. Local, we're going through the congressional race, and we hear that there are things happening, and people are trying to put themselves in queue to get the signatures so that they can run for the 13th. So what are we going to do? We're going to talk about it. We're going to see what's happening, and we invite you, persons who are involved with the race, candidates potentially, to call and let us know what you're thinking, so that when it's time to make that decision, in terms of who is going to represent the citizens of Detroit and other areas in the congressional race, we want to know, what are your thinking? What are you going to do? And if you have candidates that you want to talk about, we're going to ask you to make that call right into the Talk Beat Jones and let us know, what are you thinking? We have a caller. Caller, are you there?
Yes, good morning, Billy.
Good morning.
Yes, this is former Deputy Chief Amos.
Yes, Deputy Chief Amos, how are you doing this morning?
I'm
this
great.
evening, or whatever time we may be calling, because again, we're heard 24 hours a day from everywhere across the globe. So whatever time it may be, we want to welcome you to the Talk Beat Jones. Go right here, sir.
And I appreciate it. Hey, Billy, you know, we have, as you said, the congressional races coming up in the 13th Congressional District and also the 12th Congressional District.
Okay.
These two races are very important. We must change the political paradigm in Detroit. We must improve the quality of life in Detroit, not only for us, but for our future, which is our children grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Our candidate, Detroiters United LLC candidate, is Sharon McPhail. And the reason why is because Sharon McPhail possessed the requisite core skills for the position: the humanistic, technical, diagnostic, and conceptual.
Okay, without the situations there, let's cut to the chase on this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, right now we're talking about folks who are trying to get their signatures, because until they have their signatures, they're not officially ready to talk about being a candidate. Or is that incorrect?
That's incorrect.
Correct me, please.
Yeah, you're still, you're not officially by the city clerk as a candidate, but you're letting the people know that you're a candidate. And in this case, Sharon McPhail, she is out just like other, collecting signature petitions.
Mm-hmm.
And we asked for Detroiters to help Sharon McPhail collect her signatures, because we know that she's a fighter. We know her history of over 30 years fighting for Detroiters. And she's got a body of work, a history.
Okay, now
showing that.
Okay, now when you say that people know her and she got over a 30-year body of work, to my understanding, folks who are 18 years of age can vote. So they would not have any idea in terms of who Sharon is, potentially her body of work. So we don't have the time to go through all of the situations there. But what is the political air? How is the air blowing in terms of endorsements or feelings from the people who are out trying to get candidates in their coffers?
Well, there's several polls that's been taken, and Sharon McPhail has been leading in all of the polls. It's
now,
my
is
understanding
that your take, or is that what the polls are coming out and saying? Is that
there's been, as I said, there's been 3 polls taken.
okay?
Okay, and Sharon McPhail has been in the lead in each poll.
Okay.
And so it's our understanding that there was a candidate interview this past week
Okay.
over at the 13th Congressional District, and Sharon McPhail did very well. But because of politics in Detroit about elections and campaigning and endorsements, the 13th Congressional District, even though they recognized and said that Sharon did very well, they went with Portia Roberson, who is a Dugganite.
Now, let me ask you, who is the 13th? Because through the years, there's been controversy concerning the 13th. Why has there been controversy?
Well, Jonathan Kinlock is the chair and been the chair, in my recollection, at least 15 to 20 years. And he has demonstrated misguided, misinformed leadership, and there's been serious problems with the district leadership.
Now, is this the same situation in which, when the Honorable Congressman John Conyers died, that is this the same person that refused to let a person be put in John Conyers' position?
Yes, Jonathan Kinlock cut a deal with the mayor and the governor and said that the 13th Congressional District, we can wait. We don't need representation. So we didn't have representation for almost a year.
Was that fair to the people not to have any representation in that position?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Hey, you pay taxes. That's the main thing. Number 2, you look at the issues and challenges facing us in Detroit, and the only way we're going to correct them is through the governmental process.
So if that seat can be not filled for what, almost a year or two?
About a year, year and a half.
And so what was the thinking that if we are talking about the fact that we need to get out and vote, we need to be represented. So why would the person say, no, the people of Detroit do not have to have a person in that seat for almost a year and a half? What was the purpose for that? Do you have an idea?
Politics. Politics and positioning of folks that would support the interests of the current mayor and governor.
What I'd like to do is when we say a word, to me that's like taking paint and throwing it on the wall, and everybody's supposed to figure out what type of picture as it drifts down, what it means. So when you say politics, I need you, for folks who just tuning in and need an understanding in terms of what is Detroit politics.
Well, Detroit politics, really, they're behind in time. Detroit community activists, the Detroit voters, grassroots, they must reform, modernize, become progressive, and force multiply if they're going to improve the quality of life in Detroit. Right now, they're stuck. They're not looking at this at elections from a 21st century. They're stuck in the 20th century, and that's our major problem.
Okay, now you use the 20th and the 21st century. However, again, for folks who are trying to get excited about the politics, what is the background to politics in Detroit as we see it today? Not how it's going to be, but how is it going today?
Well, it's not representative of the people. Politics in Detroit today is geared toward or focused toward corporate in downtown, midtown, and it has really hurt the people.
Now, as we look at the candidates and look at the politics, we find that we have people entering the race that have never received any votes from the people.
Yes.
Have never held any particular office that was responsive to the people.
You're correct.
So how is it that this office, now that we're talking about being a congressional person, is that right?
Yes.
And so we have persons who have never been put before the scrutiny of the people because they've never held any responsive office in politics. So these people who have never held an office dealing with the political ins and outs are going to be our congresspersons dealing with the complexities of the political ranks in the office of Congress, of being a congressperson. So this will be a learn on the job type of situations for folks who've never served in any capacity for the citizens of Detroit. Is that somewhat correct?
Yes, sir.
And have we not learned that when people are saying we want young folks to take these positions, as we look back at the history of our mayor, as we look back at some of the state reps, in fact, we just had a state rep that was fighting with the police on camera. Lucky that he did not have a situation that could have had him resting in peace.
Absolutely.
But we're saying that we have to put young folks in this position, and time after time, we are having to go through the trials and tribulations of their moral compass, which is not what we're saying. We want folks who can be respected by their peers, can be fighters without any blemishes on their backgrounds in terms of who they are, where they're going, not worrying about it. Can they come from their district to their job in Lansing without police interference because of some type of situation? What happened to the fact that we say we want a experienced person that we know is going to go there and hold the other people's feet to the fire. What happens to that? Why is it that people are saying we don't want experienced persons? We want a young person that has no experience, that we don't know how they're going to turn out. We're willing to go with the bumps and the bruises that they're going to have because, as they say, some people say, I was young like that, so these are things that you have to grow through. Do you, as a citizen, do we have to go through that growing process, or do we need to have a person that has some type of semblance of understanding of the respect that that office deserves?
Yes, we need, as you said, individual with experience, individual who have a history of supporting the interests of the people. Individual who understand that they have to also represent corporate and business, but they have to let corporate and business understand that they have to be good neighbors in Detroit and work with the people in order to keep Detroit ahead.
Okay. So now, when you have, so how would Sharon McPhail, how would she stand out?
Oh, again, when, like they say, if you want to know what an individual candidate's going to do, you look at their history, look at their body of work. And I guarantee you, Billy, out of the 14 people, was 15, no candidate have a resume or body of work that can compare with Sharon McPhail. Everybody knows it.
Okay. Everybody does not know. That's why we're talking about putting the word out. Are you talking about putting the word out? Because everybody does not know. And that's the premise, and that's the problem, I believe, that because we have a person that has experience, a person that's had left a mark on different areas, we feel that everybody knows. As I speak to you right now, I'm a person sitting here, been doing this for out here since 2006. And as I sit here, I don't know the body of work of Miss Sharon McPhail because I wasn't around when she was doing all of the particular things she was doing. So give me 5 things in short that you can think off the top of your head that Sharon McPhail has done for the citizens of Detroit. Just 5 things. Make them quick, but hit them 5. Just give me 5 things that people can say, oh, Sharon did that, please.
Okay. She represented pro bono indigent people. She challenged discriminatory promotion policies in the Detroit Police and Fire Department. She stopped the Jewish Vocational Organization from collecting $25 to $27 million a year in income, training money that was earmarked for Detroiters, but money was used to train suburbanites. And so she pulled that contract, and she gave a $650 million, a $650,000 contract to Michigan Welfare Rights twice. Okay, she fought for 5 years with no pay. No takeover. Okay, and she also represented the local NAACP Detroit chapter when the national NAACP was going to pull the Detroit charter or chapter's charter. She was responsible for General Motors bringing in the first black vice president. Okay, and she also fought to save Detroiters' homes and some churches in Detroit from foreclosure.
And I do believe, didn't she do something to help returning citizens?
Oh, absolutely. She came up with the first expungement program for returning citizens. And also, she was instrumental in eliminating that questions on the city application, do you have a criminal background? Have you been arrested? Have you been in prison? That's no longer there.
So these are just a few of the things for folks who don't know who Sharon McPhail is, or things that she's accomplished, or things that she is. Her fingerprint is on things that may be happening and just coming true today that she put together. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I would say that you're right. A lot of the candidates running today, they're putting out things saying that they did this, that, and the other in the interest of the people. And what they're talking about, Sharon McPhail took care of 20 years ago.
Okay.
So if anyone wants a copy or a snapshot of her history or body of work, they can call Detroiters United LLC at 313-399-8290, and I'll make sure they get it.
So now tell me this before we let you go. How can the citizens be assistants to Sharon McPhail?
They can go to Sharon McPhail's website. And that is SharonMcPhailForCongress.com. That's her email. And like I say, they can also use that as the website. Also, they can contact Detroiters United LLC 313-399-8290.
Hold on, slow down. Give that number again, because this is for people that may need to contact the numbers that you're giving so they can help Sharon McPhail get signatures.
Yes.
Okay, give those numbers again, please, slowly.
313-399-8290. Again, 313-399-8290. And if they want to speak with Sharon McPhail, they can attend the NANS meeting this Saturday at 10 o'clock, National Action Network.
Okay. So we want to thank you for calling and hope that folks get an opportunity to understand who Sharon McPhail is a little greater, better, and go out and get those signatures. And again, for folks who are running for office and folks who have people that they think is qualified or should be qualified, we open up the doors and say, call me, talk to me. But again, I will ask questions. I will pose scenarios in which I want to know who the person is, what they're about. This will not be a Puff Daddy type of situation in which it's going to be soft. So call me and let's talk. And I appreciate you calling and share. Oh, let me ask you a quick question, maybe something you may or may not be aware of. What is your thought about the passing of the marijuana ordinance in Detroit?
Oh, man. We don't need that.
No, it's not. Hold on. First of all, it's not a we don't need, because this is what we got.
Yeah, I'm just saying we don't need it. We never need it. And when you look at how it came about, you don't see it in the suburbs.
Okay, but here's the thing. Once something is happening, it's not about what do we need. It's about the fact that it has gone through the legalities and it is now with us. As of yesterday, whatever day it was, it is now legal to have the recreational marijuana dispensaries, whatever. The question I was asking was, will the citizens of Detroit have an opportunity to enjoy being a part of this financial boom?
I'm not sure, Billy.
Okay, that's and that's all I ask. And I like the way you handled that. I really, really, really do, and I appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to talking to you more often, Deputy Chief.
Okay, no problem, and thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, one last time before you go, what number is that they can call to get help out Sharon to get them signatures?
313-399-8290.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you again, and hope to talk to you again soon. Okay, Deputy Chief?
Okay, take care. Stay safe.
All right. Peace now. And family, I want you to know that Talk Beat Jones, we're on the air again every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 11. And I'm joined most times by my partner, Ms. Michelle Broughton. Again, she is on the staff of City Council Person at Large, Mary Waters, and she's out taking care of your business. And we're going to take care of our business by going to a commercial break, and we will be back after these commercial announcements. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you. Because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri. We are continuing to struggle through difficult times with a global pandemic, now in its 3rd year. If you have delinquent property taxes for tax years 2019 or prior, you must be enrolled and current in a payment plan by March 14th or paid in full by March 31st to avoid foreclosure. There are payment plans available to help save your property. Visit our website at treasurer.waynecounty.com or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com for further information. We're here to help.
Justice for Mario Willis. Truth. Facts. Evidence. Matter. Log into justiceformariowillis.com. Read for yourself.
We at Watkins Broadcasting care about the health and safety of our viewers and listeners. During this novel coronavirus pandemic, please protect yourself and others. Wash your hands well and often. Avoid touching your face. Cough and sneeze into your sleeve. Practice social distancing. Stay at least 6 feet away from others when in public and only leave the house when it's essential. Stay safe. You are important to us. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. We're back with the Talk Beat Jones. Once again, I am Billy Jones, and my partner is not here. That's Miss Michelle Broughton. Again, like I said, she's working for the City Council Person at Large, Councilwoman Mary Waters, because the waters do run deep. Again, family, I want to thank you and share the video, share the thoughts, share the love all around the world. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I know that we say that, caller, I can't take you right now, please. I'm trying to get another call in. So what I want you to do is just think, what is it that they're doing with the marijuana law? What has happened? What is going to happen with the marijuana law that is now put together for Detroit? You've had the situations where they had the medical dispensaries. And so with the medical dispensaries, now we have it recreational. We're wondering, what will that do to the city of Detroit? Not the suburbs. We're talking about the city of Detroit. Caller, you're live. Hello? Yes, you're live. Talk to me.
Yeah, this is Leo.
Yes, Leo, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm having problems with the phone.
That's okay. We're not worried about it. Just talk to me.
What is your question?
My question is, first of all, since I have you here and we're talking about the marijuana law that has just gone through in the city of Detroit, and it's recreational, so that now we have recreational people will be able to have sell and grow recreational marijuana. So before we go into another subject, as a council person, etc., as an attorney, what was the effects of first when they brought in the medical marijuana situation in the city of Oakland, California?
Well, it's working fine here in California. All of the things that they said was going to happen, people were going to be having more traffic accidents and all that stuff. None of that has been proven out. The thing that is happening is that these robberies of these dispensaries, because they're cash flush and they can't put their money in the bank because they're afraid of the feds, and so now the feds are finally going to pass the law. If we get it to the Senate, then that problem will go away. The biggest problem will be then is all the big boys are stepping in and taking over the industry and leaving the little man out. So we
wait,
little man dispensaries here in Oakland. We'll see how that works.
Hold on just a moment. Let's break that down just a little bit more for those who are not quite familiar with the street understanding. You have people who are the people you say are the big boys. Who would you refer those to?
Anybody with millions of dollars of access that can buy farmland and grow their own, can do all of the testing and laboratory work and everything that needs to be done before your product can clear for the street.
And so
a lot of the athletes, basketball players and everything, I can't name them right now, Gary Payton and some others, they're all, investing their money into the dispensary business. And we had Alzi, I can't remember the captain's name, retired captain that got shot in Oakland at the gas station. He has a dispensary and had a backpack full of cash in his car. The young boys rolled up on him and the big shootout. He got hit 21 times, but he lived, thank God.
Wow. So it is now, what about the regular everyday citizens? Okay, do you have recreational marijuana as well as the medical marijuana situation there in Oakland, California?
No, we did California just have marijuana, period. There ain't no medical. You don't have to get no medical. All you have to do is go in there and buy what you want to buy. If you're over 18 or 21, I think it is 21. And each county has their own specific rules as to how the dispensaries can operate and how far they have to be from schools and churches and things like that.
Who was awarded the license to be able to sell this marijuana in the city of Oakland, California? Not California, but in the city of Oakland, California.
Well, I don't know the number of dispensaries right now. I think there's at least 6 or 7 dispensaries. And where they get their supply from is up to the individual merchants, but they have to get it from a state-certified distributor.
So your dispensaries, they can sell medical marijuana as well as recreational marijuana, and people can just...
There's no such thing as medical marijuana. Marijuana is marijuana.
Okay.
The only reason they call it medical, you had to go get a doctor to give you permission to have it. You don't have to do that anymore.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. What we're doing is saying you're speaking from Oakland, California. I'm in Detroit. So what is true for Oakland, you can speak for that, but what is true for Detroit is different, okay?
Right.
So when I say
medical... You're going to come around.
No, hold on, bro. Because when I say medical marijuana in Detroit, from the city that I sit and talk to you from, we have medical marijuana. There's a distinction in this city.
And what is medical marijuana in your city?
What does the word medical marijuana mean? What did you just give us as a system for medical marijuana?
Do you have to get permission from a doctor?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So now I just stated, if you listen closely, that we just passed an ordinance that we have recreational marijuana dispensaries that are going to be opening. And my question to you is, who owns? Do the black people own the dispensaries in Oakland?
Yes, there are blacks that have their marijuana dispensaries. There are other. We don't discriminate, but the main thing, that discrimination that we wanted, was that low-income people who had been selling marijuana out on the street and going to prison can now have a chance to come in and get some financing through whatever means to own some of these dispensaries.
Now, did that happen? You say you have 6 or 7 dispensaries in Oakland.
We maybe have more than that. I haven't been keeping up with it, Billy. It's so free now that nobody pays any attention to marijuana anymore.
Explain.
Well, again, you're going to go recreational. You're going to get rid of the medical requirement eventually. And as soon as the federal government allows everybody to do the banking and everything, the big money boys are going to come from California and other places into Detroit and New Jersey and any place else they can open up.
So it becomes like
financing.
So it becomes like franchises, huh?
Yes.
So what about now? What about the folks that's still been on the streets, been dealing? What's going to happen now that they can? What type of competition is that going to be, or will they be out of business?
It's free market, meaning that a lot of poor people and everything still buying their stuff from brothers on the street who growing some stuff in his basement or whatever because he got some good quality. But most of the respectable so-called white people don't want to go and don't know how to go down and buy on the street. They go to the dispensary and get pipes and all kinds of paraphernalia and all kinds of good stuff.
Okay. So now in Detroit, folks are bothered because they felt that the black folks, the citizens of Detroit, should have been given the ability to apply for these licenses and receive these licenses because, as we know, the marijuana business is a multi-billion dollar industry, and so if you can just get a piece of it, you're going to make money. You're going to make great many amount of dollars. Let me ask you a quick stupid question. And since they say there's really no stupid questions to ask the question, I'm going to ask it. Folks who've been making their money in cocaine, they're what you call the upper shelf of making the money in the dope business. So, would they be investing the monies that they have made in the cocaine market to turn it into lucrativeness of the marijuana business?
I doubt it, because if they're dealing cocaine is illegal, and therefore you got to hide your ability to get revenue from your cocaine business, and these people are thoroughly investigated before they are given any marijuana access.
So we have, so you have the people who are stepping off and getting into this business very easily, as you stated, or many of our athletes, because I remember Ricky Williams,
right,
Heisman Trophy winner, #1 draft choice, was a wonderful running back, had to sit out so many years for marijuana use and come back, go back to marijuana, but he opened up a wonderful marijuana situation in San Francisco, I believe it is.
Right.
And so you have many other athletes, and we have Calvin Johnson, our great wide receiver, Hall of Famer, who's also involved in the marijuana business, and others athletes. So you see, if you got the money, what is the crop? What is the business that's easy to make the money, they think?
Well, in California, before it became legal, it was $11 billion a year industry while it was illegal. So you know there's money to be made all over the country, because people all over the country don't smoke weed just like they take sips of cocktail or drink wine.
Okay. I'm just wondering.
It's a big business.
Well, see, this question.
And you.
Go ahead.
You'll be able to benefit from from the good things that the states are doing, and avoid the bad things, because there's 15 or so states that have just have marijuana businesses.
And let me
California was the first one that voted by the people.
Okay. Let me
and
do
the rest of them, I think, have been done by the legislatures.
Okay, let me do this. Family, we ask you to write these numbers down: 313-868-4336, 313-868-0351, 313-868-0342, and we're going to take those off the screen so that you can have a chance to remember those numbers, and you can be able to call in, because I will clear the line shortly here, and you'll be able to get in.
4336 would let me in.
4336 is the line that you're on, sir. Okay?
I mean,
don't even worry about it. Just you're on the air. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Yeah. So this war in Ukraine, everyone is worried about the fact that Putin has a nuclear arsenal. Can you help us to understand what is the checkmate game when you talk about one country as opposed to another country with nuclear warheads?
Well, mutually assured destruction. MAD was the thing. It'd be madness for you to attack me knowing that I'm going to destroy you completely. So that's still the option that's out there. The question is, if you back this crazy man into a corner where he sees he's going to lose, does he tell his generals to fire nukes at us knowing that we're going to retaliate and destroy Russia? So generals, it'll be the last line. In other words, they get that order from this madman, they're going to say, no, partner, you done gone too far. We've lost this thing, and we're not going to lose our country. And the next thing you know, he gets a bullet in the head.
Now, that's logical thinking there. If you, with generals who are illogical the way he may be illogical, what
the
would be
world
the
is
business?
finished.
Explain how they have checkmates to the nuclear situation. You talked about that. Explain to me how that works.
Again, I just explained it. It's called MAD. M-A-D. Mutually assured destruction. You attack me, I am going to hit you with so much stuff. You are going to be destroyed. I am going to be destroyed. All of the other nations that are around us are going to be destroyed because that radiation has a half-life of about 1,500 years.
So are you saying that no matter where it hits, because
the wind's going to take it wherever.
So there's no real, when we talk about our great defense system, and Russia may talk about their defense system.
We have no defense system. If we do, I'm glad they kept it a secret, because Russia will be firing at us from land-based situation, missile silos.
Mm-hmm.
We have nuclear submarines that nobody knows where they are. So Russia is the dead duck. We got 2 submarines out there that can destroy all of Russia. But when they bomb and blow up all these cities, where do you think that radiation is going to stay in Russia? No, it's going to go to China, Korea, and Japan, and blow over here too.
Mm.
So it means that the 2 leaders that are holding these nuclear weapons should not use them. The only use they have for them is to deter you from attacking me. But nobody's attacking Russia.
So now when we're hearing folks listening to the Ukrainian president speaking about this no-fly zone, and I'm hearing them talk about why don't we? We should supply the planes. We should do this. We should do that. Things that would violate the no-fly zone situation with Russia. Just do it.
That's an aggressive act.
And if
we
they
don't want to do aggressive acts, like we don't want to attack Russia.
So as we're seeing all of these bodies,
so they're going to step it up. It's like going up the stairs.
So as we're seeing all,
if the sanctions don't work, eventually they'll get their aircraft. They're working on it.
You say eventually they'll get the aircraft. You mean they'll find another way to get the aircraft?
To get it to them. In the meantime, they're training the pilots to fly it.
And once that happens, what will happen in terms of?
Then the Russian planes will have to combat Ukrainian planes, but Russia's not sending any planes over there right now. They're sending drones. They're sending those what do you call those missiles that you can fire from the ones they were using in I can't think of the name of it right now.
Okay.
But anyway, they're firing missiles and they're firing from ships out in the Black Sea.
Okay.
What you can do with those is meet those with your drones. They got some very high caliber drones that they are now giving to the Ukrainians.
But the bottom line is, it only takes one to get past whatever defensive system. Is that somewhat true?
Right. But it depends on what kind of arms they're carrying. If they got a bunch of bombs and they can drop into the city, they might be able to blow up things for miles around them. But if they got one big bomb that can destroy a whole city, then that one plane getting through with that one big bomb is the end of that city.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk to you more about this because, again, this is really heating up, and the emotions of the people is being really tugged at by all of these scenes of seeing all these dead bodies and how they've been executed, and people are saying, well, we need to do something. We need to get out there and work harder. We need to find a way to stop this man and all of these other particulars, and not knowing that what you're speaking on is the fact that we as the big brothers can jump in on the help our little brother. But again, being the big brother, you can cause the destruction of all your mothers, your fathers, your grandfathers, your grandmothers, your children, et cetera, because you wanted to help another country and the direness of their people. I can understand it. But people, folks around the world, listen to the predicament that the citizens in America is dealing with also. Mr. Leo Brazil, Oakland, California, I missed you, my brother, and we'll try to get you back real soon because, again, you're one of my originals that have helped make this program move forward in the way we do it. And I thank you so very much. And is there any last comments you want to make before you go?
Yeah, well, I told you, I don't want to talk about this war over there because there's nothing we can do. I don't want to watch it on television, just like I got tired of seeing all those bodies coming in the flag draped caskets during the Vietnam War. Travis Air Force Base was the receiving point. You remember that when all those body bags and everything were coming from Vietnam, it was on the news every day. This war is on the news every hour, and there's nothing we can do about it. What I told you, this war is going to affect us at the grassroots level, was at the gas pump and at the grocery store. And that's what I'd like to talk about, not about the killing that's going on there, because it's sad.
Okay. Well, we'll get together with you probably in the next week or two and get involved with that, okay?
All right, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Leo Brazil, Oakland, California. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, brother.
Peace now. And family, we have a line open. Actually, I'd like for you to call me on that 4336 line, and we have some time to talk. I needed to get that information out to the public, to the family, and, let you hear. We're watching the news anchors, we're watching the television folks, we're watching the people with their appeals, etc., but you need to know the bottom line of the consequences. Family, you with the Talk Beat Jones. I am Billy E. Jones, and my co-host, Miss Michelle Broden, is not here today, but I want to talk with you. Can I get your conversation, please? You can talk. Caller? Okay.
Oh?
Yes, you're live.
No, this is me, Billy. I'm listening.
Oh, okay. I'm hanging up, okay?
All right.
Bye now. Okay. So, family, you can call us at 4336. That was Mr. Leo Brazil. He wanted to listen, but I need that particular line for you to call and have your conversation on the Talk Beat Jones. And while we're looking for you, let me tell you what I looked at. Doggone it, I looked at this fake friends. You've heard me talk about Mr. R.J. Watkins, who is the owner, as well as LaWanda. She's his superstar. And you also have Mr. Henry Tyler and Auntie Betty, and Miss Renee. Used to be Renee Jones, and now it's Renee Alexander. I looked at it. We go through TV looking for all of these name brands, and they call themselves reality shows. They're scripted. We look at this program that has been formulated, put together by Mr. R.J. Watkins, Henry Tyler, and fake friends. It's exactly that, fake friends. Friends that are fake with their thoughts, friends that are fake with their ability to believe in themselves or believe in whatever, because they just talk. You don't know what's going to come out of their mouths. And you find it interesting. So I'm watching this fake friends show, this reality show that is just really hot. It comes on Wednesdays. It comes on Wednesdays from 6 to 8 p.m. If you want a real reality show that's going to go nationwide, Fake Friends on Wednesdays from 6 to 8. Caller, you're live. Talk to me on the Talk B. Jones. I am Billy E. Jones. I'm listening for your conversation.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for calling.
Yes, this is my name is Mr. Hakeem.
Yes, sir.
And I wanted to just take time out to express myself in terms of what you and the gentleman were just talking about.
Okay, you don't have much time, so I need to go right to it.
I understand. Thank you for letting me allow me to speak to you and your listening audience. You were just talking about Ukraine, and in terms of dealing with Ukraine, Putin is dealing with the mineral resources of the world, of the country. Okay, just like when Donald Trump and America was having problems with the leader of Korea. He had mineral resources called Titans that they used to put in rocket ships.
Okay.
Okay.
So, okay.
But
sir.
now the mineral resources that Putin is looking for is exactly what he needs to take over that country. It's not just necessarily because he's trying to say the country has been a part of his country for decades and throughout history.
Okay. Sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Yes.
Okay. The reality is the reasoning and the rationale in terms of why the person is doing what he's doing.
Yes.
That's not really where I am.
Okay.
But what you're saying is so important for folks who are saying, why is he doing this to this country, when he talked about he's doing it to acquire the territories that the old Russia used to have. Some folks want to know about that. Some people want to know about the minerals, etc., that they're doing. Is there anything else that you could think of as to why, and I'll let you come back to that, but is there anything else you could think as to why Putin would be doing this so ruthlessly to these folks?
Well, because he's a very shrewd and brutal man, and he's evil, and he's the second most powerful country in the world with the nuclear armament, and he's punking the world, and he's letting you know that if you have something to strike back at me, I have something also to strike back at you. So he's muscling, he's exercising his muscles, and he's daring people to come at him because he has something to defend himself with. Other than that, he wouldn't have done what he's doing if he didn't have the nuclear armament.
Okay, but we're dealing with the fact that you do have those particular weapons.
Absolutely.
You know, and so I got it. Okay. Thank you, sir. Was there any last minute comments you want to make before I let you go?
Yes. Also, you're talking about marijuana. You were talking about marijuana.
Okay.
So the city of Detroit will be on, like the Temptations used to say, on cloud nine now. Okay. Everybody's going to be high on cloud nine.
Mm-hmm.
That record is so true, isn't it?
You know it.
It fits us today. But what it is, keep in mind, there's a gentleman who's a doctor. His name is Dennis Muhammad.
Okay, but you know
he
what?
He broke down about the marijuana and how it is affecting the inner physical.
I got to let you. My time is.
Something was very important that you need to know about that marijuana.
See, you don't understand. My time is up, bro, and so I've got to let you go and let people understand. Please share this program today, and I want to thank you, brother, for calling. Call earlier next time, please. But family, this is the Talk Beat Jones. Again, I am Billy Jones saying for Miss Michelle Broden, my partner, we'll see you back again on a Wednesday from 10 to 11. We love you, we appreciate you, we respect you, and we'll talk more about that liquid biocell next time. Bye now. Talk Beat Jones.